What's up everybody, Shadow Gaming and Music here, and welcome back to more Great Ace Attorney Adventures. Last time, we were able to figure out the secret of... Is the person's name still here? Yes, of Grimsby Roylott. I am so sorry. I actually did look this name up, and apparently it is a Sherlock Holmes reference, which is really cool, honestly. So, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of Sherlock Holmes reference. I've never actually read the, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I feel bad that I'm, that I'm struggling. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, I believe. Future me, put it up on screen if I'm wrong. But we found out the secret behind Grimsby Roylott, which is that he is actually Nikolina Pavlova, the young ballerina who fled Russia. Who fled Mother Russia. And she's adorable, but we need to figure out why she's here, why she ran away, and what the hell she's hiding in her case. But that's what we're here for. Let's go into this. Wait, first things always. Oops, not that one. What do you think of my pin? Can I show you this? I'm actually a university student from the Empire of Japan, you see. That means nothing to me. No. Why would it? You just have to show it. Mr. Naruhodo, if you're determined to flaunt your Yume badge, at least choose a Japanese person who might recognize it. Hey, this is my chance to spread our culture, to show exactly what our badges in school look like. Look at how cool they are. And flaunt that I am a student, you know? I don't know. Miss Sato, can I show you this? Maybe later. Aww. Ooh, I could show Inspector Hosonaga too! I already did though, and he had good things to say about it. That's all I wanted. Alright, let's actually talk to her and see what Miss Pavlova has been up to. What happened last night? Do you know? Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. And the man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh! That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest? Perhaps a steam engine exploded. Somehow I doubt that, but keep coming up with those theories, Sholmes. I appreciate them. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? Oh, I don't think there is. I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. They would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. Damn. Well, I can understand she's basically a fugitive, but would she be considered a fugitive? I mean, she just ran away. Did she commit a crime while running away, or is running away by itself a crime? I don't know. We'll see. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet? Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. But why? You wish to forget. A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine! I need it to live! What do you mean you need it to live? Oh, she wants to sell it so she can get money. Oh, okay. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water. And we must dance all over the world. Okay, so they're basically overworked and underpaid. I mean, not much has changed for dancers, if I'm being honest. From what I've heard, at least, not much has changed. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. Metaphorically or literally? So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. Do they know you're you? They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. Okay, so they knew it was her. I wonder if that's why the sailors were keeping guard. I was trying to come up with a word with sailors for the longest time. Come on, brain. Function. I wonder if that's why the sailors were keeping guard over her door, because presumably, according to what she's saying, they all knew that it was her. So that's interesting. I'm very curious about all this that's going on and how it ties together. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum? I'm not sure, but... What is this conundrum, girl? Tell me. Also, I think I mentioned this before, but I am terrible with accents in general, so anytime I try to do any accent in this game, whether it be British or Russian, it ain't gonna turn out well, I'll tell you that right now. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. Okay, so this vessel's been up, if I remember correctly, because it's been a while since I last recorded. I'm sorry about that, by the way. I've been busy and just haven't had time to record. So it's been about a week that I've recorded an episode. So my details on this case might be a little bit hazy. But if I remember correctly, it's been 2 weeks since they left Japan. So that means she's only been here a day if what Sholmes is saying is true. However, the SS Buria stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course! Now you figured it out, Ryunosuke. So how is it, pray, that you come to be aboard? She stowed away too. Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. Yeah, I ate my letters. Strogonov. Beef Strogonov. That is not your business. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. So you're gonna tell us, Pavlova? Have you really only been here since yesterday, or did you stow away since the beginning? An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. Aww. That's both adorable, weird, and kind of annoying, if we're being honest, because now you're forcing us to decipher this damn riddle. She answered a riddle with a riddle, to be fair. So I guess I can't be annoyed that much. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. I mean, she was probably a dancer that did a lot of elegant, really complex storytelling dances, so I'm not surprised. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, in fact. Meanwhile, this guy is just full of himself. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Alright, and who is this friend you have sticking out, not sticking out, but sitting in that case of yours? So, the friend you mentioned inside your traveling case, is that right? Oh, the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to the rules of passage. Please tell me you put some holes in that. Oh, please, don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious... Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Ah! Oh, don't scare her, Sholmes. Come on. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? It's not a puppy, is it? It would be too easy. Yeah, she shake her head. Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Ha! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. Then why did you bring it up as if you knew? God damn. Sholmes really swings the pendulum between me absolutely loving him and me being annoyed the hell by him. Me too, Ryunosuke. Me too. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. It must be a chicken. Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. Oh, hey! Are you saying she would eat her pet chicken? I mean, I'm not saying it's not a possibility. I'm just saying, come on, man. Have a little bit of tact to this. So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. Ryunosuke will remember this. Cue the little title from Walking Dead. From the Walking Dead video game. Still not a chicken. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. It's not that funny. She obviously doesn't trust us yet. There's something I should... There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Alright, so I gotta present her with something. What is it? What is it? What is it? The crime scene photograph, of course. Let's show her. Let's show her. Oh, let's see what she actually, if she can actually read this, but I don't think that's what we're supposed to write about it. Is it the article? Because the article is just about her. We don't know what it's about. It's talking about a speckled band. I don't know why that would help her trust us. Is this why it would help her trust us? Like to show that we know part of why she ran, because there's like revolution stuff going on. I don't know. This one's actually a little bit tougher. Thankfully, I don't lose like points for this, so I can just like spam, but I'd rather try to get things right on the first try. No, there's nothing I can see. Is there... Is it the article? Miss Pavlova, about this article. You look so beautiful, like a fairy. She's adorable. She is adorable. I'm scared. If my picture is in the newspapers. If this picture is in the newspapers. You poor girl. She's so young. Just 15 years old. For her to have run away all by herself? She must have felt very, very alone. What happened to her parents? That's what I want to know. Like, does she have parents? It wasn't that. Does she have parents? Does she have... Like friends? Any kind of family that would be missing her? Miss Pavlova, about this article. Did you know about this merciless revolutionary already? No. But when I saw the picture, I couldn't believe it. He looks just like me in my disguise. Huh? Am I the only one around here with eyes? Come on, Ryunosuke. At the very least, she had a little bit of a resemblance. She had the hat. She had the beard. She had the glasses. You know, it's close enough to where people could be like, oh, maybe the picture might have been at a different angle or something. Or maybe they put on weight. You don't know. The other man, the one wearing the brown, he also said so. He said we look the same. Sholmes thinks everyone looks the same, man. Yes, he says a lot of things. But I have a strong feeling that besides you and the great detective, you won't find another soul on this ocean who thinks there's any similarity at all. Mr. Naruhodo, I won't allow you to speak ill of Mr. Sholmes. No, I wouldn't dream of it. We gotta be careful around Sholmes' #1 fan here, I guess. Alright, do I not have the thing? Can you tell us what this says? Would you take a look at this? I don't know. I don't know anything. Mr. Naruhodo, you're frightening the poor girl. Oh, sorry. I wasn't trying to. Okay, so that's what happens when you show her something. What am I supposed to show her? The only thing I can show her, the only other thing I can show her is Kazuma's diary. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes. And he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then, a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin, you see? It's up there on the wall. Yep. So that means something from this cabin had to have gone over there. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh. Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No. I don't know anything. Oh. Oh, okay, that's all. So I guess I just had to show her everything. Who is it? What do you want? ¿Quién es el que quiere? My response to anyone who knocks on my door hard. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. That was fast. Yes, what? Wow, she's fast. That's what I said. Hey, he's not his speed. He must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp. God damn it. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once. Please. Alright. I will come now. She has a terrific gruff voice. What? You must leave. Now. Oh no. It's fine. Don't mind dust. Don't mind us, not dust. Sounded like I said, don't mind dust. Yeah, don't mind dust. It's always dusty in here. Don't worry about it. The sailors will come in here and clean later. Yes. Please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out! The passenger said out, or you want me to throw you out? Looks like we'll have to leave It looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. So now what? Do we have to go back to Kazuma's cabin, or...? And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. I believe that. Alright, damn it! There was a to be continued right here. Do I just leave it like this? 20-minute episode. I'll keep going for a little bit. See what happens. I wish I could time where these freaking to be continues are going to be, but it's hard, man. S says Buria. I don't know. First class cabin passageway. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh, yes! He's completely disappeared! God damn it. Sholmes just pulled a Houdini act. When did he do that? My man. He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. My guy Sherlock should be a dang magician instead of being... Should be a dang musician. Should be a dang magician instead of being a detective. Or an investigator, honestly. It fits his bill even more. Alright, let me see if I can examine anything new. What happens if I examine the sailor? I really wish we'd had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin.
What? Why you look like that? You want something?
Huh?
Maybe you want me to throw you out again, hmm?
Oh, no, definitely not that.
Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter. Understand?
Understood. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think that time's gonna come by any soon. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruhodo-san. Yeah. I kind of had a very distinct face, just saying, you know. What about this door? That door leads to the second class area. It's locked. I can't open it. No, well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Gosh, she gave me a very stern Gosh, she gave me a very stern look. Blech. Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. Why must my tongue be so rude to me? Okay, looks like that's all I can examine. The only other place I can move is Kazuma's cabin, so let's go back here and see if there's anything new we can investigate or do or whatever. There's this other sailor in here. Is Hosonaga still in here? Maybe he could give us some help. It looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga's unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He'd say he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was exaggerating. You really don't think the captain would do anything to him, right? Right? Well, if he did, it wasn't my fault. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Thank you, Ryunosuke. See? On the same page. Well, let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Are you here? What do you got to say to us, sir?
You! Where did you go?
Oh, sorry. I just went to the next door cabin to investigate.
Why? Who gave you permission for this?
Well, Seaman Hosonaga did.
That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into ball and throw him in the cold room. Throw him in cold room.
Whew. He's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen to him? He has pale skin. I'm sure he'll be fine in the cold. Don't worry about it. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Well, we can take him out to eat in England, you know? We'll find a cool place to eat together and invite him out, you know? Oh, hey. I was like, where is Hosonaga-san? Oh, God. Bro, you good? Yo, he did get messed up. The poor dude. I'm so sorry. Now I feel bad. I'm so sorry, Hosonaga-san.
Ah, you're back.
Inspector! What happened to you? Your faces!
Please, don't worry about it.
Nah, I am worrying about it.
They're just scratches.
Made by a bear, maybe?
When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard.
What?
But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So, it was nothing really.
It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Now I feel really bad. The poor dude! He was just trying to help us get information so he could clear our name. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin.
Yes, so I understand.
Oh!
I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though.
Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found out.
Yes, let's do it.
Alright, so let's figure this out. The cabin next door, what did we find out?
What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door?
Oh, do you know who she is?
Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel?
My guy Hosanaga's a ballet fan. You know what? Respect. Ballet's a hard... It's very difficult. Oh, dude, calm down. Chill, bro. Wipe the blood off your face. Oops, I think I upset him there.
Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least.
Oh? How?
Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they?
Oops. Now I've definitely upset him. Hosanaga's gonna go to bat even harder for her than he would ever go for us. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful?
If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So, I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job.
Oh, I see.
Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you.
Oh? What?
Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please!
Oh, new information. What do we got? What do you got for us? Please tell me it's something good.
What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Buria's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh. Kazuma's post-mortem report? Kazuma-sama.
Oh, don't remind me!
So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. His neck was broken?
Oh god. Someone snapped his neck.
Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison.
That's what I thought at first. I thought it was definitely poisoned or something.
But it turns out, they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then?
They don't know. He's shaking his head. Ah, stupid burps. I just ate, sorry.
Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't leave a mark.
There's something broken on the ground there. So it might be that? Maybe it was the hilt of his sword? There could be a lot of things it could be.
Oh, I see.
Maybe he fell onto the chair? Could be a lot of things.
All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain, run through the brain to the spine, run through the spine to the brain, blah, 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 blah. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious one would be left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you.
Aww. Alright, Hosanaga's my buddy. Hosanaga's my boy. Hosanaga's the homie. Alright, I fuck with Hosanaga. He's a real one. You a real one, Hosanaga.
After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I?
Ah, true. Now I feel really bad about letting him get his ass whooped. My bad, buddy. I'll buy you dinner later, yeah? The post-mortem report has been added to the court record. Alright, let's check this shit out. So what do we have here? Male, far eastern. Death was sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. So it had to be after 1:30 and a little past 2. So about a 40-minute. Damn burps. So about a 40-minute window for his death, it looks like. Damage to the cervical vertebrae, resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. You would think that even something hard enough to snap your neck would leave a bruise or something, right? Anyways, what else do you got to say about the Sholmes? The Sholmi. The homie Sholmes.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored.
Did he say anything at all?
Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it.
"It's shoe polish!" was all he said. Wait, hold on. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. The stuff on the ground? The ink?
It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass. Do you see? Perhaps he was talking about this prick-colored mark. Do you think?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, it has. We don't know anything about this, so it logically points to if he thinks something is shoe polish, it's probably this.
Ah, yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea.
Susatsu's worried.
What is it, Susatsu-san? Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue.
Dark tan?
A sort of dark brownish red, then.
Right?
Yes. A little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him.
Okay.
Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor?
Alright. So we have an idea of what that is, so we have an extra idea of how the confrontation ended up. Alright, so that's everything.
That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewman's eyes are boring into the back of my head.
I'm sorry, man. Go. We don't need you getting your ass whooped a second time for us, man. I don't know if your body can take it, considering you already cough up blood before you get beat up.
Yes. That might be for the best. Thank you.
Get that cleaned up, buddy.
Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. Oh, no. Well, I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility.
It's not your fault, man. We don't know. There has to be an explanation. There's something here that we're missing. There has to be. Something that Miss Pavlova, I forgot her name, Nikolina. I think it's Nikolina. Something that Nikolina isn't telling us.
Of course. My pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have a heavy head ever since I woke this morning.
You too, huh?
A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too.
Alright, so there's something else going on here, obviously, because of those thumps to the head. But we'll have to figure that out next time, because we made a pretty decent amount of progress. We made it to a to be continued sign. We finished talking to Miss Pavlova, and we know there's still something she's hiding. Poor Hosonaga-san, man. I still feel bad. But we'll have a chance to apologize for him and make it up to him and prove that it wasn't his fault, because apparently he also got drugged, just like Ryunosuke did. But we'll figure that out next time. I think I've said it like 3 times in this outro. Anyways, we'll be back in the next episode to see where we can go. Until then, be happy, be safe, be healthy, and good night, everybody. At least we know he can take a beating.